Hey everyone, Sumo Spiffy here. We're a bit into the new year, so let's lead into the January Basho with our top 10 2024 predictions. I'd really appreciate it if you watch the whole thing, but if you decide to stop partway through, at least check out number 1 before you go. It'll be worth your time. Okay, number 10. I don't want to just predict that Kirishima will win in January. It's better than 50-50 even if Terunofuji competes, but it's easy to say and can also easily go wrong, and those are the worst kinds of predictions to make. So here's an alternative one. If Kiri wins the Basho to be promoted to Yokozuna, there will be at least one match where people are like, I don't know, his opponent didn't seem to try very hard. It's like they want him to win. That's also kind of an easy prediction because somebody's always finding a reason to say that, but I'm bringing it up because I wish people would stop doing it. Number 9. If Kirishima doesn't win in January, Kota no Waka will make Ozeki before Kiri makes Yokozuna, and then everyone will start talking about whether Kota no Waka will be the chosen one instead of Kiri. Even if Kota no Waka makes Ozeki after March, and Kiri wins in March so that May is another chance at Yokozuna, there will still be a decent amount of talk about Kota no Waka possibly thwarting him and getting there first. Number 8. Kirishima's Yokozuna hopes and Kota no Waka's Ozeki expectations will make Hoshoryu an afterthought, and nothing he does will put a bigger spotlight on him than the other two for long, if at all. Even if Hoshoryu wins a Basho, there will be more talk about whether the others can stop him from making Yokozuna, or him beating the odds and somehow taking a second straight Yusho, than anything about him being likely to win another and take the crown. The only way this changes is if Hoshoryu wins a Basho after Kiri is Yokozuna and Kota no Waka is Ozeki, so that they've achieved what's expected and there's more room for Hoshoryu to get that attention. Number 7. We'll go back to having at least one Maegashira champion. It looks like we're entering an era of less parity. 2023 was the first year since 2017 where nobody who won the Emperor's Cup was at a Maegashira rank, and several top guys are really hitting their stride. However, there are still a lot of guys with the talent to get on a roll who are either coming up or can easily drop back to one of those mid-Maegashira ranks where the competition is lighter for the first half to 2/3 of the tournament. I think someone's going to manage it. Number 6. At least one guy will change his name and confuse the hell out of me. Oh wait, that already happened. Number 5. Hakuoho will average at least 10 wins per Basho in which he competes. That might not seem like much of a prediction if you saw him steamrolling people last year, but let's break this down a little further. If he fights in January, which I believe is his intention, although we'll see if it happens, he'll be at Makushita 5, which is only 7 matches. Assuming he wins at least 6, he should be back in Juryo for a couple of tournaments, then Makuuchi, which would give him a total of 82 fights for the year. To average 10, he'd need 60 wins. Considering what he should be able to do in Juryo, he could well have 33 to 35 wins at the end of May. Getting to 60 from there should be well within his abilities. But what if there's any question about his readiness and they sit him until March? He'll drop further into Makushita. Even if he wins his first tournament back, he'll just move to High Makushita in May. That's 2 tournaments with only 7 fights. Then he should have 2 more in Juryo and 1 in Makuuchi. To average 10 wins, he would need 50 total since he skips January in this instance, but he would have to do it in only 59 total fights. And I'm still saying he'll pull it off. Number 4. Atami Fuji will have exactly 5 Kachikoshis. I know he's looked largely unbeatable except against the top guys, and as he learns, he'll have fewer weird losses like the one to Sadanoumi in November. However, whether it's due to an injury dropout, which I really hope doesn't happen, or simply having a bad run, I'm saying he'll have exactly 1 tournament where he looks truly human before they rewire his cyborg arm and he starts clowning everyone again. Number 3. Last year, 56 guys spent at least 1 Basho in Makuuchi. That's a lot, but I predict that number will go up. There are too many guys in Juryo who are capable of doing just well enough to take the spots at the bottom of Makuuchi that opened up, but not good enough to stay there. Wakataka Kage and Hakuoho will definitely make it back barring injury setbacks, and Takeru Fuji, who's making his Juryo debut in January, looks more than capable of reaching the top division within a few tournaments. And there will be some retirements that open things up further. It's taken as inevitable that Terunofuji will retire this year. Tamawashi could theoretically hang it up once he breaks the longevity record, and there are others who might find they can't or don't want to hang on anymore. Plus, we could well have some surprises like Chiotaryu's retirement at the end of 2022. I didn't do a super deep dive into the numbers, but as far as I can tell, having 60 different wrestlers in the top division in one calendar year would be pretty bonkers, and I'm not gonna hard predict that happening, but I think it's really possible. Number 2, the love and hate prediction. Taka Keisho, even though he's looked vulnerable and will only appear more vulnerable over the coming year, will find a way to hang on to Ozeki throughout 2024. Yes, I am saying that he'll avoid even dropping to Sekiwake and then winning his spot back. He has lots of fans, and this will make many people happy. On the flip side, Shimano Umi will stay in Juryo for the whole year. You might wonder why this matters. I'm sure many of you have forgotten he even exists. But if you've ever spent time on the Sumo forum, especially in the discussions about rankings, oh boy, there's going to be some salt over this one. But it's what's going to happen. Alright, here's number 1, and it's more based than a base jump. Takayasu is going to get his title. I'm saying it now, it's Papa Bear's time. If you followed the game for even a little while, you probably know Takayasu has all the ability necessary to take home the cup. He has 7 friggin' June U shows, but his injury woes of late would seem to put an end to those dreams. However, he fought all 15 matches in July, September, and November, and it's the first time he's done that for 3 straight Bashos since the first half of 2021. Maybe it's good fortune, but I say he's also gotten better at taking care of himself in and out of the ring. Sometimes that means not taking an unnecessary risk, which can lead to losses, but all he needs to do is get on one good roll and then go all out to the end. And at Komusubi, he'll get all the toughest matches done early when his health is most likely to maintain. Mark it down. This is the year of the bear. But we all like bonus predictions, right? So here's one more. The Bar and Grill might have something a little more visceral to offer than just videos. Yuria, the channel's artist, has been working on something in her free time. We're hoping to have it on offer by the start of the January Basho, but even if that doesn't pan out, it's on its way. Neither of us has ever done anything like this before, so we're crossing our fingers that everything goes smoothly, but I can tell you this. This channel is still relatively small and doesn't have a ton of reach, so we're not expecting huge numbers of sales or anything like that. Our goal is simply that anyone who sees what we're offering and likes it enough to make a purchase is able to show their friends what they got and say, "This is awesome, I'm so glad I bought it." And even the friends who just think sumo is that weird thing they're into will say, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." Okay, those are our top 10 predictions for sumo in 2024. Got any of your own? Leave them in the comments. Hit all the buttons all your favorite YouTubers ask you to hit. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.